8:20 here, Big 550 KTRS TV critic from the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, Gail Pennington. Good morning, Gail Pennington.
Good morning, McGraw. Good morning, Kelly.
Good morning, Gail.
Being a television critic that you are,
Yes.
I have a story I want you to pursue.
Okay. I enjoy these assignments you give me.
I'm going to give you a little tip. Here's a good idea. So the St. Louis Blues start their playoff games at like 9:30, right, on a Tuesday. And the NBA starts their playoff games late. And the World Series, right, starts their games at 8 o'clock or whatever, some ridiculous, right? The World Cup started their game at 6 o'clock last night. The world didn't come to an end. Everybody watched it. Everybody enjoyed it.
It was a great game, wasn't it?
We should do a show about why these stupid sports start their games at 9 o'clock at night.
For the East Coast is a rule. No, it's not for the East Coast, for the West Coast.
Well, for whatever. But the West Coast last night, the game started at 4.
You know who would know about that? The person who covers sports on TV.
Yeah, well, okay.
That would be Dan.
Dan Caesar. All right,
Right.
I'm calling Dan after the show.
I know, it's really annoying, isn't it?
It really is annoying. Once again, you brushed me off.
But it also annoys me when a Cardinals game in St. Louis suddenly starts at 6:15 instead of 7:15.
Well, right, that's for
Throws off my whole evening.
Right, yeah.
Again for TV.
Again, well, no, I understand it's for TV, but when a game starts at 8 o'clock at night in St. Louis, it's 9 o'clock in New York. So that kid's got no chance of watching the end of the game because it's midnight.
Yeah, why can't it be 7 or 6?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
We're all correct, except the programmers aren't listening to us.
That's exactly right. All right, what's going on with this $1 Million Listing Show?
Do you watch any of the $1 Million listing shows?
I've seen them. I don't know if I
do.
sit and watch them. Yeah.
Well, and there's also the franchise I like on HGTV is House Hunters International. I love seeing people buy, in France and Italy, and imagining me doing that. Mm-hmm. But Bravo's franchise $1 Million Listing takes sort of a different spin. They want us to get into the juicy rivalries between real estate agents selling multi-million-dollar properties.
Yes. You know what, though? I stopped watching it, Gail. That $1 Million Listing New York is so ridiculous.
It is. It's completely ridiculous. You're right. So if you want more ridiculous, the San Francisco, the new San Francisco show starts on Wednesday. And these guys, 2 of the 3 guys, are just so obnoxious.
And so they create drama as 2 real estate agents try to close on $1 million home.
Oh, it's like multi-million-dollar homes.
These are not. It's like Real Housewives, and then the people don't actually know each other before they become best friends. Mm-hmm. But also in this one, we actually hear the producer provoking them by saying things that one of the other guys said about them.
Can we blame St. Louis and Andy Cohen for this show too?
We cannot, because he doesn't work for Bravo anymore. So he has his own production company, and I don't believe he produces this. But for back in the beginning, for creating this whole franchise, yes, absolutely, Andy, it's his fault.
All right. A couple of things. What's this Masters of Sex show? Is it any good?
Have you not watched that?
No.
It's so good.
Is it? When is it on?
It's really good.
It's on. What channel is it on?
It's on Showtime.
Okay.
And it's had 2 seasons, so you're about 20 episodes behind. So it would be really good to binge on.
That's a good one. Okay, good. And that's good.
It's really good. It's Michael Sheen as William Masters and Lizzie Kaplan as Virginia Johnson, and it's in the late 50s, and they're doing just at the beginning of doing their big sex study.
Now, aren't they from St. Louis? Doesn't St. Louis have a connection?
They did it all in St. Louis, so there are lots of St. Louis connections in this, and they were at Washington University, and in season 2 they started dropping in stuff about St. Louis that's like totally wrong. Like they had them meeting for a liaison in Alton at a big fancy hotel in Alton. Like, yeah, that's not actually where anyone would go.
Now that's funny.
Yeah.
All right. Also, Ray Donovan's back.
Ray Donovan is back. Ray Donovan is too gritty for me.
Which it's too dark. It's
very dark, very violent.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a lot of people's favorite show. It's just that not everything is to every person's taste, and I think it's very good. I admire it.
Do you know what you got me hooked on now, Gail? Is
What?
Unreal on Lifetime.
Isn't it good?
It's so good.
Unreal is the one that is that McGraw should be watching.
Yeah,
Unreal.
you should. You need to watch that.
It's a fake documentary about a fake dating show, a real fake dating show.
No,
like
it's a drama, not a documentary at all. It's a drama series about a dating show that turns out to be pretty much like The Bachelor, only maybe even faker.
Well, except that, I mean, clearly this is a total takeoff on The Bachelor because it looks like The Bachelor.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's just, they make no bones about, they're handing bracelets off to people. So, I mean, it's just a total ripoff of a great franchise.
And other producers create drama between the contestants. It's great.
It's terrible. All right.
Hopefully, in the case of The Bachelor, they are not quite that cruel.
No, they're not that cruel.
Well,
what's this? What's this? The Spoils of Babylon. What is that?
Did you? I suspect you did not see last year's The Spoils of Babylon was last year, and that's the one that's it's like a I don't even know how to tell it. Like a really long Saturday Night Live sketch.
Okay.
About an author and a mystery, and this one is a like a murder mystery in Los Angeles. It's got everybody in it: Will Ferrell, Maya Rudolph, Kristen Wiig.
So it's a
comedy.
It's a
comedy. It's a comedy. Yes, it's a comedy.
Oh.
A 3-night comedy spoof.
That's
and the fact that I'm having so much trouble explaining it sort of sums it up.
So, but the funny that you explained it as a really long Saturday Night Live skit because that sounds redundant.
Because they're all too long and they never know how to end.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Right, exactly.
All right, Gail, when can we read you? When can we see you?
I'm going to be in Friday's Go, and then Sunday's A&E, and we missed our live chat last week, but I'll have one this week.
That is Gail Pennington. Gail, have yourself a good week.
Bye, guys.
You got Gail Pennington, TV critic. I'm calling Dan Caesar right after the show to get him to do that.
You do have a point there. Seriously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's a great point.
That's probably why I never watch sports.
Right, because it's too late. Ladies and gentlemen, 8:28 here, Big 550.